Well, hello everybody. My name is Brian and welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes I've made in real estate. Now, for those of you that don't know, I used to be in a real estate investment business many years ago, and I got out of it for various reasons, but mostly because I didn't know what I was doing. So this time around, when I started back, I tried to learn from my past mistakes, and I thought if I told you the mistakes that I made, you might be able to avoid them. Now, the first mistake I made was over leveraging. And back then there was no computers, no internet. We did everything on the fly. So I figured if I used other people's money, OPM, the more of that I could do, the better I would be. The problem with that is that only works if you're getting good cash flow and consistent tenants. Which leads me to my second biggest mistake I made, and that was picking tenants. I would do background checks, I would do credit checks, and no matter who I picked, they always stiffed me. I was lousy at that, so this time around, I have a realtor that does that for me, and he's done a fantastic job, and I can't say enough about him. When you talk about the over-leveraging, my coup de grace on this was I bought an 18-unit brick apartment building with no cash. The owner carried all the paper, and I made the payments, which was great. But the rental history was spotty at best, and it didn't work. Another major mistake I made was thinking I could do it all. I would negotiate the deal, close the deal, fix up the property, maintain the property, rent the property, do the finances on the property, pay the bills on the property. We had gotten up, at the first time around, we had gotten up to 32 doors. And we had all kinds of bills. The leveraging didn't work. This time around, I put 20% down minimum on all the properties. If I don't have 20% plus enough to fix it, I don't do it. That's why I'm not going fast. I'm going slow and steady, which is biblical, by the way. Another mistake I made was when I was buying properties, I bought price. I did not buy location, and I've learned since, the old adage in real estate is location, location, location. Well, that's true, but I thought it had to do with where you live. Rental didn't matter. People were looking for price, so I was buying price. That is not what people want. The kind of people that are shopping price for rental, you don't want them in your properties. The kind of people you want that are going to be consistent, good renters, are people that are looking for a place to live just like you are. And my saying this time around is, if I wouldn't live there, why would I expect somebody else to live there? Same when I go to fix them up. A lot of landlords these days just rent the thing. They don't do anything to the property. And they figure somebody will come along and rent it. Well, they may. But if you want to keep good tenants in good properties, then you need to go through your property and ask yourself, would I live here? And if the answer is no, then don't buy it or fix it up. And the last biggest mistake that I made was I did not have enough cash. And I'll tell you a quick little story. I've told this story many times, but it brought home how important this is. I went to buy a duplex. I found a great deal on a duplex. I went to the bank to get financing, and the loan officer asked me how much cash I had in the bank. And for me at the time, I thought I had a lot of money. And when I told him, he said, "You have no business buying a duplex. You don't have enough cash." I said, "Well, if I get an FHA loan, I can." He said, "Yeah, but you can't afford it." So I had my feelings hurt, and I lost out on that deal. But it taught me something. If you want to have decent properties, you've got to have enough cash. And that's why on this channel, we do a lot of videos on living frugally and living way below your means, because that's how you're going to accumulate cash to invest in real estate. So just to recap on the 5 biggest mistakes I've made in real estate. I over leveraged. I thought I could do it all. I bought properties based on price, not on location or condition. I did not have enough cash, and I was terrible at picking tenants. If you have any of those problems, there are easy ways to fix those. You guys have a great day, a great week, and happy investing.